next session, we will start working on functional design document for this project.
Can you break the recording and start the new
I
one?
already did. Yeah, I already did it. So this will be our investment banking, not payment module. So investment banking module, and this is for like say any bank name. Let's say Alpha Bank. So here it will be who will be line of business, like who are going to use this API and all. So customer, yeah, it should be customer only. So here we have detail of like what this document do, what all versioning we did. Okay, this is not like very important, critical thing, but you can go and you can read out once. So here version 1 point should be the first version. Then after that, every time change the document should be increment by 0.1. So we will keep updating version. So that kind of detail we have. Then here in this particular document, we have overview and functional and application specification we have. Okay. Next. So who started this document? So he will put his name, version, date of this. So let's say today is 22, 23, how much? 27. 2703. Okay. And then this one is initial draft. So we will maintain as a initial draft. Version is will start from 1.0. Then document owner who created this. So let's say Mulesoft architect. Okay. And name of architect is developer guide, let's say. Then document reviewer who will review this document. So project manager, business analyst, solution architect, and system technical leads. So they all will review this. Okay, now here like this is table of content which will be decided based on what you are creating here. So first, so what this business overview this like what is business overview of this particular module investment banking. So this document talk about investment banking. of Alpha Bank. Okay. Here we have list of API for investment management system. Okay. Business benefit and outline of incremental benefit of development bring to business. And this is very generic, so let it be. Now API. So what kind of API we are going to develop? So we will have list of API. So let me name only 2-3 API for now, but slowly we will keep adding. Okay. Provide a high level description of each. What will be our API? So we will have API related to transaction. So first we will create transaction. First we will make transaction, and we will add points, like we will add payment, or you can say money in our fund. Okay. Then another API will be there, fund switch. Okay. Like we are switching fund from one fund to another fund. Then there will be fund allocation. For example, we have 10,000 in my account and I want to buy fund. Okay. So fund buy will be there. Okay. So let's start with record payment. Yeah, record payment should be fine. So this system API will record our payment. For example, we want to make 10,000 payment for our fund. Okay, that will be there. Then second will be there. Process API. Record payment process API. Then again, we will have record payment experience API. So we will have this 3 API. So same, like you need to write out all the API you are going to develop. Okay. Then and this is also generic one. Assumption also generic only. Okay. Now here we will start with functional API landscape diagram. So this API landscape diagram will tell us like how those API are connected with each other on API-led architecture. So we will create, like in next session, we will create how many API will be there in experience API, how many API will be there in process API, and how many API will be there system API, and how they will interact, how those system API will interact with different external systems. And we will see what all external systems we will have. So first thing we will do API landscape diagram. After that, we will do flow diagram. So how those API will be called by each other and how this flows. For example, this payment one. Okay. So first record payment will be there, which will, so first from front end record payment XP API will be called. Then SAPI system API process API will be called. This process API will call first this generate payment reference ID, and then it will call exchange rate API. And once it will get response from these two, then it will call this record payment. So here we will put flow diagram, which will tell us like what will be flow of this API, how they will call each other. After that, we will have sequence diagram. So sequence diagram will tell us sequence of API call. So here you can see front end made request of experience API made request of this process API, and then this process APIs keep running from here to here. In between, it's calling this system API and this system API parallelly, these two system API parallelly. Once it will get response from these two system API, then it will call another system API. And once it will get response back from there, then it will call then it will process API respond back to experience API. And experience API will respond back to front end system. So in this way, we will create system API for our APIs also. And then this will be very important part. Okay, this will be important part of your functional design document. Okay, so first one is record payment transaction. In this record payment transaction, you have this resource payments. Okay, so based on your API, for example, you want to create for fund. Okay, so resource will start with fund, and then what functionality you are going to do. Based on that, you need to select method. You are going to create fund, you are going to revoke fund, you are going to switch fund. So based on that, you need to select method, and then description will be there. What that API will do. So that description we will put here. Version, our initial version will be 1, but in future if we will have another version, then we will make another version also. The next thing will be, after resource detail, our API need request detail. Request will start from header, so we will define all the header what our API will use. For example, we have transaction ID. This transaction ID we will use to manage or maintain our transaction throughout the API call. Okay, and this transaction ID will pass by front end. If they are not passing, then we will generate this transaction ID in experience API. Okay, then next we will have URI parameter, query parameter, and body. If anything is not available, we will put any. If that is available, then we will define structure of everything. What all fields will be there. It will be optional or mandatory. What will be data type of that field, and field rule. So indentation 1 and 2 you can see here. Indentation 1 means this is parent element. Okay, this will be indentation 1. This parent element contain this 4 child element. So all will be indentation 2. So this is indentation 1 and all others are indentation 2. If this also contain another child element, then this will be indentation 2 and child element will be on indentation 3. So that this till. Then we have response. Response also will have some structure, and this is their detailed structure. And here is one sample example. Okay. Next, in functional design document, we define like non-functional requirement of that API. Okay. For processing type, so it will be REST API or it will be triggered scheduler based API. It will be file based API. So that we need to define here. Frequency, how frequently this API will be called. It will be called once in a day. It will call one like 60 times in a second. So that we will put here. Initial method, what will be like, it will be push API, pull API. If it is REST API, it will be no need. Data size. So what will be data size? It will be 1 MB, 2 MB. Whenever request will come, what will be data size that we need to define. Then daily volume. Okay, this is the like how many time this API will be called. I think this is frequency, like if it is scheduler API, then how frequently it will run. And this is daily volume. If it is REST API, then how many call someone will like how many call will be made to this API, maximum call. Okay, then hour of operation, how many time this API will keep working. It's 24-hour service or it will work for only night time. Then SLA, so how much time this API will take to respond to calling system. Okay, if your API will not respond within your SLA, whatever SLA you are giving, then you are breaching that SLA. Okay, so whenever you are giving SLA, you need to give it very clear, like means you need to give it very, you can say, you need to think like what should be complex, what is complexity of your API, and based on that you need to give your SLA. Okay, so this is all about the functional design document. So few things we need to be focused. First, like high level overview, then service detail, then API landscape diagram, then flow diagram, sequence diagram, and then API detail. So all API will be involved in this particular investment banking, we will put all API one by one. Okay, here you can see we have I think 7-8 API. Same way we will do all the API. Then at the end you will put error details. So you can see here this is error handling part for not found. Then this is for bad request. So how you will respond in error scenario. So those details are there. Then you will put their audit details also, like how you will handle, means in audit what all things you will do. Then error handling is done, audit part is done, then logging part you need to mention what all things you are going to log. Okay, then here you need to define testing scope. Okay, what all scenario you are going to test here, so you need to put all the scenario. Performance requirement, so how many TPS your API should support, what should be SLA, that you will put here. Okay, so all this you need to put in your functional design document. Next class, we will work on this, like we will create one complete functional design document, and parallelly we will work with RAML also. Let me know if anyone has any doubt.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi. Is there any way we can see this diagrams?
This diagram is this document.
You mean the flow diagrams, and are we going to use them to design
Yes,
our?
yes, we will create. Yeah, next class we will start with this document only. We will create for our project. Today
Thank
I just explained. Okay, I explained all the prerequisite and everything. We are done with all the software and prerequisite. From next Saturday we will start actual development. So we will start with our document and then we will work on demo.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Rabi, I have one question. For
Yes.
how long will take for the developer to understand the functional requirement?
I didn't get, like, how much time?
How much time is expected from the developer to understand full?
Okay. Okay. Generally, they will give you API by API. They will not give you all the. So we will also do in same way. We will work on API by API. We will take one system API. We will complete functional design document for system API, and then we will go for development.
So they
Okay.
will give you only the API. So without understanding how can you?
Okay. Depends. Like many projects, they will have already functional design document, and they will ask you to read out, go through, and maybe they can take some KT also. It depends on organization to organization.
Okay.
Generally, like means it depends. Some project you will join immediately, they will ask you to start development. Some project you will join and they will give you 10 days, 15 days to understand existing flow and all, existing functional design document and all. It depends. Like you can't say okay, every project you will get same thing,
Okay.
same work culture and everything same. It depends on project to project.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ravi, what kind of CI/CD tool are we using for this project?
What?
The CI/CD tool.
Yes, Jenkins we will use.
Did you already install it? Or...
Okay, Jenkins one, it's not, we don't need to install, we just need to run it. So that we will do during class only.
All right.
We don't need to install it, we just need to run it.
All right. All right. Thanks.
Ravi, I have a question regarding the teams.
Your voice is very low.
Hi Ravi, is it okay now?
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes, no.
yeah, I have a question regarding team size and how many people will be involved on single API or multiple APIs. How will it
Again,
will
it
be
will keep,
distributed among the team?
yeah, yeah. So it will keep changing based on company to company, project to
Uh,
project.
a basic example, please, to understand
There can
entire.
be single member team also. There can be 10 member also. In my first project, I had 20 member in my team. Okay. In my second project, we have 5 6 member. In yeah, it depends like based on project, based on company, based on architect under whom you are working.
Yeah, okay.
Means we can't like tell them is there any fixed rule or not. There is no fixed rule. It depends on many factors. So once you will join project, then only you will come to know.
Okay.
Ravi,
Yes,
can you hear me? Like, would you
yes.
tell? Okay, would you tell us about the general concept about this project, like in a short word? Like what we trying to do on this
Okay. Yeah.
complete.
From next session only, we will do all those discussion. So first two session we are more focused on all the setups to understand what all software you use, what all platform we will use. Okay. So now we are done with everything. As a Mulesoft developer, what all platform software we use, we like explored all the software platform, we install everything. Okay. From next session, we will be more focused on project only. Yeah. In this project, we are going to work on investment banking. For example, you are having your bank account and that bank provide multiple funds. Okay, every bank has their multiple funds, so you can invest your money there. Okay, so for example you want to invest your 10,000, so they will have multiple options. Each funds will have their risk, each fund will have their statics. Based on that you need to decide where you want to invest. Okay, now you can split your 10,000 into multiple parts. Okay, like you want to put out of 10,000 you want to put 5,000 in investment, like in fund A. Now you have next 50,000, you have another 2 3 funds, so you want to put next 25,000 in fund C and next 25,000 in fund D. Okay, now you kept this fund for 1 year, and after that you analyzed. Okay, your fund B, fund A, C, and D is there. So your fund C is doing good. Okay, you are earning more money from there. So what you will do? You will remove 25 thousand from fund A and you will move in fund C. Okay. Now there may be some critical fund. Okay, like critical fund means risky fund, which can give you too much profit also and which can be on loss also. Okay, so for that kind of funds there will be one assessment. You need to call one API and you need to put your answer. Based on answer, they will evaluate how much knowledge you have about this uh, fund management and all. If you will fail that assessment, they will not allow. Bank will block you to do investment of those risky fund. If you will pass that assessment, then they will allow you to invest in those risky fund. Okay, so related to this functionality, what all API we are going to, means what all API will be there, we will work on those API. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah, it's clear, and that means the banks they own some kind of like index fund or stacks, so we are investing our money to their stack and index fund. That's what you
Yes,
mean.
yes, yes. I'm not sure in US and all. I think there should be in US also. Means in India,
I,
like we,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm familiar with CD or something. They have some kind of thing, but I don't know
yes,
details. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Every bank has their funds. Okay, you
Mm.
can buy their funds and they will have broker also. If you want broker service, then they will take 1% of your profit or something is there. Some rules
Mm.
are there.
Okay, all right, it's clear. Thank you.
Yeah, Ravi.
Yes.
It is a follow-up question for me. Like as you know, like last time in the payment processing, I was jumping in the middle of the projects. That's why I have to join this group again. Because I want to have very concrete knowledge about this project development because I just want to go. So from earlier question, based on earlier question, do we have a roadmap? Like, for example, this is like in system API, we're going to develop next week, this, then we have to go, process API, this thing, it's connected to this. Because instead of like vague, like when I come to learn here, if I have
Yes.
a vivid like picture of what I'm gonna do, and like this is a system API, we're gonna be using this Salesforce, you're gonna be using this DB and all these things. And if I understand, so I'm not gonna be in the dark, like because that what I want to see, like it's my personal, opinion. Like if we know a roadmap, like done, checklist, this is done, this is done, this is done. Okay, that's why my approach is, because I want to know at this point, like what is a developer and what's API developer. Like when the bank hires like DevOps and so Mulesoft people and normal Java developer or Python developer, everything. Where this integration, do the MuleSoft developers do everything for the bank, or like or other uh, group of developers also involved in this? This is what I'm feeling.
Yeah. So here you can see this is my previous project. So at the very beginning, we decided how many API we are going to develop. Okay, this is the list of API. Same thing we will do in next class for our project. Okay, how many API we are going to develop. Then this diagram we will create to understand which API is going to interact with which system. At the same time, we will create this flow diagram which will tell us which API we are going to develop first. So first we will develop this API, then we will develop this API, then we will develop this, and this. This is 5 number. Then 6. We will develop this API, and this API. So we will create all this thing at the very beginning. So next 1 hour, like in next session, first 1 hour, we will decide all these things. How many API will be there, which API will interact with which other API, and how they will interact, what will be our development approach, all those things we will discuss. And here, we are not going to, like I am not going to develop all the API. 50 to 60% API I will develop, remaining like 40% API you will develop as a assignment. Okay, same way when I will when we will decide our investment banking project, what all API list, what all API will be there. So 50 to 60% API I will develop. I will explain all the process. You will follow me like what I am doing, and then 40% API. Okay, whatever I will develop at the weekday, you need to develop all those API in your system. And once I will complete 50-60% of development, then 40% development you need to do as a assignment. Okay, once you will complete that 40% API also, then you will get enough confidence to work in any real-time project. Means any after joining any company, you will get enough confidence to work there.
Thank you. It's very, very informative.
Okay, fine then. Thanks everyone. So we are done with our today's session. And from tomorrow session onward, we will be strict 3 hour. It may go for more than 3 hour also. Since if we will start something in between, then until unless we will not complete, we need to stretch a bit. But mostly we will try to complete in 3 hours. Sometime it will go for more than 3 hours.
Ravi, you mean tomorrow next week, like Saturday?
Yes, Saturday. Yeah.
All right. And one more question, Ravi. Are you gonna give us like a